Welcome to Alaya, place to connect. Rikshant here, Sotyad Vishnadan, Karidna Platnosi, Ven Shiaranoksi, Ven Haknashotiana Kai Ishna, Ven Yore Kasinya Tibun, Kamret de Kosha, Jan Shia Noktu Sotya, Vida Lok Yan Tesakyan Sotya. Venerokshovenosa Vashati no Krasa. Awakening to your true self, the consciousness. The rest of it is just programming and beliefs. The only actuality is consciousness, and the rest of it is just being the past connections, the past programming, the past conditioning. So we realize in this world, it is a world of conditions, beliefs, and concepts. And the realization of consciousness is a freedom from those things. Because in consciousness, you see through the programming and the conditioning, all the beliefs. And if you had had a choice, you would have never accepted them in the first place. That's all you have around you is the conditions. They say that's the way it is. And so we're limited by our connections with the outside, with all the people we are in contact with. But that's all right, because as you begin to realize that is not you, that certainly is not all that you are, you can own those things, but owning them is like a step stool into a greater realization, a powerful realization of your true self. That's what we're about. We're not about fixing the past. We're not about fixing our life or fixing relationships or even connections. We are about transcendence, moving into a place of unlimitedness in this realization. For that is the place of consciousness. That is accessing that which you truly are. And in that accessing that, you transcend, you move beyond the connections of the past. That doesn't mean you'll be without these connections, but you see them for what they are. You realize they are just things in your life, kind of like you've collected along the way. And so you can keep those things which serve you, which uplift you, but you let go of those things that drag you down. We're not about being caught in the past. We're about moving into a new creation of our true self as the consciousness. To awaken to your true power is what we are about. To access your highest expectations and realizations that are unlimited, not contained by the world around you, not contained by your past. So you begin to have a great appreciation of your potential, of what is possible as the consciousness that you are. It involves letting go of anything that is holding you back, letting go of the old patterns of living, of being, letting go of connections of the past, those that do not serve you. That's not selfish. It's really about survival as a new being in a higher dimension of existence. We don't hold on to those things that no longer lift us up or support us. We embrace those things that lift and support us in who we are becoming, moment by moment. I know that may be difficult at times because as human beings, we have created great attachments to things. But when you realize that the attachments is just stuff, it's not who you are. It cannot dictate who you become. You are designed to be totally aware as the consciousness itself. That is where you're going moment by moment. And you embrace the experiences of life and use them like steps to ascend into a greater awareness of possibility. We don't regret the past. We just simply let go of it. We don't hold on. Not holding on to the past is the way to become the consciousness. It's the way to become the real you, not the artificial programmed you. So it may seem that you're having to let go of these attachments that you like, that you've had, but you have to question yourself. How do these things serve you in being all that you can be? So we use those things that assist us, but not through attachment. We're not attached to those things. It's sort of like climbing a ladder. If you get attached to one of the steps, you don't go anywhere. So we're in an upward mobile movement in consciousness. We're constantly in a state of movement because we are not attached to the things around us. We see things for what they are, and you realize that in the world as it is right now, it's very important not to be attached to how things are supposed to be, because things will be the way they are. But you, in yourself, are not trapped by that. You can continue to become all you can be moment by moment by letting go, by allowing yourself to see a bigger picture, a greater possibilities. Because as consciousness, you are creating a new life, a new way of being. So everyone that becomes conscious of consciousness itself is creating a new way of being in the world. And it may seem like it's very small and insignificant. Every particle of awareness, high awareness, connected awareness, serves the whole of humanity. This is not selfish. This is very unselfish in being this human in consciousness. And it's free from attachments. You let those things that serve you. But the rest of it, you let go. Allow yourself. It's like making yourself lighter so you can fly. If you're drugged down by the past, you can't fly. So in consciousness, we ascend in ever higher expressions of our true self through allowing, through acceptance, through seeing clearly all the things around us for what they are. then you realize that the things around you, the conditions, the beliefs, and concepts, really have no power over you unless you give them power. So in consciousness, you don't give away that power. You maintain within yourself this energy of becoming in consciousness, becoming your true self in consciousness, allowing it to be what it is. It's such a dance when you realize what we're up to, because the world has no idea what the consciousness is and what the consciousness does. It doesn't have any idea of that. We become the representatives of a higher way of being in the world, unattached to the world itself, in order to ascend in consciousness and ascend into your true self moment by moment. So we are dancing with life in certain ways. We see life for what it is around us, without attachment, without expectation. When you have expectations on things, you open yourself to disappointment, because things are things themselves for what they are. But when you hold a higher perspective and possibility, you can allow for these things to be transformed without force, without control, but simply through allowing. So we allow life, we allow our true self to be the center of existence, moment by moment. And that is the consciousness doing what is most natural to it in this becoming. So you are consciousness. As you accept that, you see things around you begin to change, not through force, but simply through allowing. Allow life, moment by moment, what it is, and that allowing embraces the transformation that can take place. That takes place moment by moment, really without effort. The only effort we experience is letting go. Sometimes it's very hard to let go of the past, to let go of the expectations and the way it's supposed to be. Because in consciousness, we really have no idea of how it's supposed to be. It's simply embracing the isness as it unfolds. That's what we are. That's who we are. That's what we're doing, moment by moment. Embrace it the best you can. Allow it and enjoy it. Enjoy the journey that we are on in consciousness, for that is the real existence of the true self.
Shantara says, thanks, Ishvara.
You're welcome.
And Anand Slava say, thank you, Ishvara.
You're welcome.
And Todd says, wonderful talk. Thank you so much, Ishvara.
You're welcome. Thank you for being with us today. And thank you for your love and the support. And realize that I really appreciate you in this journey that we are on.